Hi, this is David Lawrence, founder and CEO of the Gait Foundation. In this episode of our You Ask series, we're going to be discussing your questions regarding how long after I get an above-the-knee prosthetic device should I be able to walk, or walk without an assistive device, or not lean to my sound side away from the prosthesis. These are great questions and questions I get from people all the time. Not easy to answer necessarily because there's a lot of factors that go into that. What is the reason for the amputation? Is there a diabetic condition, neuropathy on the contralateral limb or your remaining limb? Is there some other pathology, have had a stroke or brain injury? All those things will affect the time frame. But a general answer I give to people in an ideal situation, from the day you get a prosthetic and start working with it in therapy, not just get it at home, but start working with it with a qualified therapist, it's going to take at least 3 months for you to become what I would call competent, right? In other words, from the outside, people look at you and go, gosh, you look great. You're moving around pretty nicely. Internally, you're probably still going like, I could fall at any second. I'm thinking about this on every motion. Takes to about 6 months before you start to get confidence. That means situations where you may find, I just got up and walked across the room and I really didn't even think about doing it. I just did it and I'm thinking, oh gosh, how did I get over here? Those are factors where you become more confident. But all those factors, or there's a lot of factors into that equation. And a number of things coming down to the fact of, say, why am I having trouble? Why am I leaning to the right? Well, basically because if you think about the situation here, my right leg would be the only actual connection I have to the ground in which I feel the ground neurologically. On the other side, I'm on a prosthetic foot. That means my residual limb is inside a socket down to a foot that touches the floor. Right off the bat, my brain is very confused as to what to do with this information because it doesn't really come at it normally and it doesn't really know how to compute that as to whether I use it, whether I trust it, whether I don't. So it makes perfect sense that your body would say, I'm going to go to what I trust, which is leaning on my remaining limb. That's why in physical therapy, one of our basic goals and our premises when people come to us is that your remaining limb is on vacation while you're in PT. We're spending all of our time getting you to learn how to load that prosthetic device, get all your weight into it, understand what that prosthetic foot feels like on the floor, and reestablish a new proprioception. That's understanding position in space, using the nerves where they end in your residual limb to tell your brain about where that prosthetic foot is in space. It gets complicated and it takes a long time and a lot of practice and a lot of repetitions. So right off the bat, the key would be to you is to think, I need to get up and get moving, but from the beginning, I'm focused on how can I get weight on that prosthetic side? How can I get myself to trust the prosthetic side? That means in a safe place with skilled people showing you what to do and then giving you homework that you practice every day. For a while? No. For the rest of your life. Remember, you're never going to be reconnected to the ground the way you were, so you're going to have to constantly work at that input and your brain understanding and trusting the input. If you get a new prosthetic limb, that could change things because, again, you're changing the input. Even if it's a high-tech device, a microprocessor knee, it still is going to change that input and need more information to relearn another new normal, so to speak. So the process here is stick with it, keep working. What assistive device are you using? That really depends on what you need. But you got to work with your therapist on progressing away from an assistive device as your safety and your control over the prosthetic improves. I hope this answered your question regarding how long will it take to learn to walk with an above-knee prosthetic device. If you found this rapid-fire information useful and you want to know more, please visit our video library at YouTube/MissionGait. Or visit our website at missiongait.org. Thank you.